at 6'8", listed 2 inches taller. There's the toss by referee Bill Herzog to the side, controlled by Bremidji, and we're underway as Kramer out-jump Brown. Huskies match up in the man-for-man initially. Bremidji in the front court. They pass it in the lane. Down the lane goes Terrence Davenport. Pulls up. 10-footer is off the mark. No good. Rebound to Danny Ward, and he'll start the break himself. Ward down the middle. Dishes behind him. Brown pulls up. 12-footer off the back rim. Rebound. Sharnowski. His putback is good.
There's Alg right there, starting off well tonight. He needs that.
2-0 St. Cloud State. 30 seconds into this contest.
It's interesting. Danny Ward guarding Teaser Sweeney right now instead of Gurman.
Here's Steve South into the front court, gets it off out on top for Sweeney. Now in the lane, the running, driving jump shot is good by Bill Yakel, the 6'5" junior from Gibson, Indiana, and we're tied at 2. Now Ward pushes it ahead for the Huskies. Bremidji also matching up in the man defensively. Gurman has it. Now back to Ward out on top. He sets the offense, gets it off for Springer. Open off a screen. Springer down the right baseline and lays it in. 4-2 Huskies as Springer gives St. Cloud State its second 2-point lead. Here's South in the front court. Passes off for Gebhardt. He's on the baseline, almost lost it. Clears it out in the corner. Kramer open and hits.
Nice shot by Kramer. Nice 16-foot shooter right there. There's the break.
Huskies back the other way. Underneath, Springer puts it up under duress. And a whistle and a foul will be called. Springer with the head and shoulders fake after he got the transition pass underneath the Husky basket. And the game's first foul is on Bill Yakel.
Tell you, Scott, it looked like he was a little lucky there. He got himself underneath the basket. It looked like he leaned into him. But luckily enough, they got called on the other guy.
Non-shooting foul, so they will pass it in underneath the basket. Wide open is Brown, and he jams it off the pass in from Ward.
That's one thing Travis can do is excite the crowd with his athletic ability. Nice play. Nice out-of-bounds play.
6'4" Huskies. Here comes Bremidji in the front court. St. Cloud State stays with that man-for-man. Pass down low on the left side. Yakel underneath to Kramer, and he banks it in, shooting over Sharnowski. Well, we've been tied at 2, 4, and now 6. And the Huskies back the other way trying to break the tie. Ward passes in the lane. Brown spins to the hole. Whistle, and a jump ball is called. Held ball. It'll stay with the Huskies. Nice move by Travis Brown, but good backside defense by Bill Yakel as he came in and slowed up Brown.
I tell you what, for the people who aren't here tonight, they're going to miss one exciting game. I tell you, the guys are just going up and down.
Pass in. Gurman shoots in. It rattles in and out from the left wing. Rebound Bremidji. Here they come in the break. Sweeney lays it up and in on a nice pass ahead.
That's what Bremidji likes to do. They like to get out on the break and make things happen. Right now, Bremidji's playing good defense. That's a big key right now.
First strike for the Beavers. Their first lead. It's 8-6. We're just over 2 minutes into this game. Pass to the right side of the lane. Sharnowski kicks it further out of the wing. Springer fakes left, now goes right at the dribble, spins back to his right, and is fouled as Springer weaves his way into the lane. Direction, that'll be Kramer on the foul. Center Scott Kramer picks it up. That's his first as well.
Well, either one, they don't have much bench. So those guys got to stay in the game.
And that would seem to be a key to this game because you talked about the pace. You don't have a lot of bench in this kind of a game. You're going to need oxygen.
Right. Well, the Huskies definitely got the advantage.
Scott Springer now at the free throw line for the Huskies. He has one of their 3 baskets in the game. Foul shot is up and good. 8-7, Bremidji on top. Coming into the ball game, the Huskies shooting 77% as a team from the line. Bremidji State 66%. Field goal percentage, the Huskies 48%. And Bremidji also at that mark. In fact, these teams are almost identical from the field. Both .478. About 48% from the field. Full court pressure after the second made free throw by Springer. Bremidji breaks it. Sweeney spins in the lane and hits the off-balance jumper.
There's that strength I was talking about.
Now the Huskies back the other way. Springer tries the reverse layup, and he's fouled hard and slides past the basket. Gets up and gives Sweeney a tap on the backside. Springer is fouled. He'll go back to the line with the Huskies down 10-8.
Good half-court defense Bemidji's playing right now. They're definitely not getting back on the transition beat. That's twice now Danny Ward's pass to Scott Springer, and they're just not getting back right now.
Troy Bouchane checks in now for Bemidji. Bouchane is out of Sturgeon Bay, Wisconsin. 6 junior. He checks in at a guard.
Well, he's the one person of Bremidji who looks to shoot the three-pointer. Bremidji.
On the season now, he is 16 of 19 from the stripe. That's about 86%. Second foul is up and good. So 3 of 4 now from the line for Springer. Huskies back to within 1. It's 10-9. Backcourt pressure. St. Cloud State. Now the Huskies will drop back as Sweeney will front court it, holding 2 fingers aloft to set a play for the Beavers. Sweeney on top, working against Ward. Spins by Danny. Down the lane, lost the ball, out of bounds. It'll stay with Bemidji. Nice move by Sweeney, but he lost it. It rolled forward down on the block towards Kramer, but it went out of bounds off of Haug Charnowski. Lob in, Kramer in the paint. He's open, banks it up, and missed the layup. Battles for his own rebound, but it's taken away by Brown. Travis Brown off to Ward. Now to Springer. One touch to Charnowski. Banks it in.
Great pass by Springer. Fantastic pass.
Springer was under duress from one of the Bemidji players, so as that long forward pass arrived from Ward, he just slapped it at Haug, who had the easy layup, and the Huskies are back out on top 11-10. Into the front court come the Beavers, and they throw it away as Sweeney on top tried to get the ball underneath, but his pass misfired, and it's St. Cloud State basketball. 11-10, St. Cloud State on top, under 17 minutes to go, 16:50 left. Now the Huskies throw it away, but it goes off of a Bemidji State player as Brown at the high post pivoted to the basket, tried to get it for Springer underneath, but threw it off the back of Bouchane and out of bounds. Ward will toss it into the right of the Husky hoop on the baseline, gets it in for Gurman, right baseline. Gurman penetrates, dumps it underneath. Brown is there for the jam.
Travis, that's his second dunk. Nice pass by Chad Gurman.
13-10 Huskies as they have scored 5 straight. Front court now for Bemidji as the point guard Steve South sets the offense. Off for Sweeney, down the lane, dishes, it's deflected, intercepted by Springer, ahead to Ward. It's a 4-on-2. Ward to Springer, lays it up, missed it. Tapped up and off by Charnowski. Haug gets it back, and the Huskies will bring it out on top. Boy, this game has a great deal of intensity right now by both clubs. Backdoor pass, out of bounds. Was it touched? No, it was not. Turnover St. Cloud State as Ward tried the one-hand backdoor cut on the bounce to Gurman, but he could never get there.
Yeah, Chad should have went backdoor. Sweeney really overplayed him that time. Should have went backdoor. It was a good look by Danny. 13-10.
Huskies on top. Bemidji's in the front court now as South sets up the offense on top. Passes off to his backcourt mate, Teaser Sweeney. On the left wing now, here's Bouchane. He's another one of the guards in this Bemidji offense. Now Terrence Davenport has it. Pass in the lane, knocked away by Brown. A battle for the loose ball. Ward goes to the floor. It skitters out of bounds. It's Husky basketball. Great hustle by Ward and Brown on the defensive end. Basketball goes over to St. Cloud State. And they'll come into the front court now, leading by 3. Coming up on the 15.5-minute mark of the first half. Lob underneath. Brown is there from Ward. Puts it up and was fouled. Good look by Ward, the point guard. After he came across the timeline, he immediately looped the ball on the lob alley-oop pass down low. Brown got behind the defense and drew the foul.
I think the Huskies are doing a nice job looking for Travis right away.
It's his timeout. St. Cloud State brings Joel McDonald into the game. McDonald will replace Springer. McDonald, the 6'4 sophomore out of Chisholm, Minnesota. And at the foul line, Travis Brown. His first free throw is good for his 5th point.
Look for the Huskies to put on a press if Travis makes this. See if they can get a quick steal in the basket here.
Second free throw off the rim twice. Offensive board by Charnowski, lays it up and in.
There's Haug having a big game, starting off the game really well.
16-10 Huskies as they have scored 8 in a row. Pass in the lane now. Here's Kramer. Turnaround jump shot way off the mark. Battle for the rebound. Sweeney with a nice save. Sweeney in the right corner was able to fly out of bounds, keep that one alive as he brought it back in near the timeline to Bouchane. That last foul for Bemidji, by the way, that foul on Brown was on Davenport, his first. Here's a pass in the lane. Davenport lost it. Nice passing by Bemidji as they went from the wing to Sweeney cutting down the lane. He went cross court on the block to Davenport, but he couldn't hold it.
Hey, Sweeney's a very good player. That's 3 times now he's got inside in the middle. One time he made the shot, a couple times that night passes, and the guys just aren't keeping their hands on the ball right now.
Forward Bill Yakel checks back in now for Bemidji. He replaces Davenport. Huskies in the front court up by 6. Charnowski at the high post, threw it away. His bounce pass in the lane, intercepted by Yakel. Here comes Bemidji. Yakel's going to go right to the basket, and he charged. Yakel hammered into Charnowski. And the officials, in this case Tom Maurer, whistled Yakel for his 2nd foul, Bemidji's 4th.
Great play by Haug. I thought he should have just stopped about 15 foot, taken a nice jump shot instead of going all the way in.
Huskies have yet to commit a foul. That's 5 on Bemidji State now. And here's St. Cloud State in the front court. Ward working on the right side. Dribble, pulls up, running 12-footer. Barely caught the rim. Rebound, Charnowski. Putback is good.
Haug's just been all over the place. He's had probably about 4 loose ball rebounds and now about 2 putbacks.
10 in a row by the Huskies, and it's 18-10 St. Cloud State. Charnowski with 8 points after scoring only 3 the other night against Winona State before fouling out. Here's Bremidji, pass in the lane. Yekel, he's open, then dumps it off on the baseline. Kramer's 10-footer is no good. Rebound, Charnowski. 3-on-1 for the Huskies. Ward down the middle, dishes left. McDonald banks it up and in.
Huskies definitely getting the break going right now. First the best I've seen them run the break all year.
McDonald off the bench with 2. And it's 20-10 St. Cloud State. That's now 12 consecutive points for the Huskies. Bremidji in the front court. Bouchane passes cross court. Yekel's in the lane. 6-footer won't go, but the rebound is tapped back up and in by Kramer. So it is 20-12 St. Cloud State. And traveling is called on the Huskies. As coming into the front court, Ward, he passed the ball to Brown, who was not expecting the pass and caught it in stride and traveled. Brown will leave now. Chris Bodette will check in, the 6'9" senior from Rochester. Change at the post for the Huskies.
This game's got the potential to be an 80 or 90 point game the way it's going right now. Both teams really getting the break going. They're really looking good right now.
Another change for St. Cloud State as Greg Kesty will come in for Haug Charnowski. Kesty, the 6'7" senior out of Eden Prairie. So the Huskies have their 2 pure post players in there now, Kesty and Bodette, along with Ward, Gurman, and McDonald. Front court pass. Bouchane has it. Passes down low to Davenport, and he has a nice finger roll left-hander for the right baseline.
I think Greg forgot he was left-handed that time.
First 2 for Terrence Davenport. 4 straight by Bemidji. It's 20-16 Huskies. McDonald's 3. That's short. Rebound, battle underneath, and it's controlled by Kramer.
Huskies got to get back.
Here's Sweeney on the break. Whistle and a foul is called on Ward as he and Sweeney had a big collision. Sweeney cutting to the right baseline. And Ward will be whistled for St. Cloud State's first foul of the night.
That's one thing with Sweeney. He doesn't really look to shoot the 3 very much. He likes to drive, use his strength, get in about 10, 15 feet.
Lerone Greer has checked in now for Bemidji State. Greer is the 6-foot junior out of Northland Community College. He's in at the point now. Pass in from the baseline. Sweeney passes in the lane, gets it to Davenport. He tries an over-the-shoulder alley-oop shot. No good. Whistle. And a foul is called on the Huskies. St. Cloud State gathered in the rebound. Ward started to break up court, but he collided with Greer, and a foul is called, charging on Ward.
I think that was a little makeup call. I think Danny kind of made Herzog a little mad, and I think that was a call. That could get him in trouble. You always got to be nice to the refs.
Ward has both the Husky fouls. Tell me this, has Herzog ever had a game that he's refereed at St. Cloud State where he's not had some controversy involved? First
not
call
too
of the
many.
Yeah, Dr. Bill, first call for him where the Husky fans are wondering what's going on. Bemidji passes in now off that foul. Scott Kramer has it, the big center out on the right wing. Brings it out on top to Sweeney, who spins the ball in his hands, has it above his head, now goes to the dribble. Passes off to Greer on the left wing. To the high post, Kramer, no-look pass in the lane. Open is Davenport, but his follow-away 10-footer won't go. Rebound, Gurman gets it off for Dino DeVita. The backup point guard has just checked in for Ward for the Huskies. DeVita on top, the sophomore, almost lost his balance on the dribble, but stays on his feet. Bounce pass right wing, Gurman goes to the left-hand dribble. His shot is rejected by Sweeney. Rebound or loose ball come up with by Bemidji, and the Beavers now in the front court. Boy, great block there by Sweeney, and Bemidji now will set up in the offense. Here's Greer out on top. Passes to his right, way out on the right side. Sweeney guarded by McDonald. Good challenge here for Joel McDonald to see how he can play defensively against a guy, as Dean Kessler mentioned, that likes to penetrate. Bounce pass to the left wing. Bouchane has it. Out of the top of the circle, Davenport further out on the right side to Sweeney. High post. Here's Kramer. He'll try the running 10-footer. No good. Great offensive board by Sweeney. His putback, he is fouled. Bodette went up trying to block the shot, but the official ruled foul.
That's Teaser Sweeney again. Tell you, for the people not here, you're missing a sight because he's a very, very good player. He's not, he's not the flashy type. He's just a hard worker. He'll get on the floor. He just gets it done.
He's a fun guy to watch.
Yep. He'll get all the loose balls. He makes nice passes. Good, fundamentally sound player.
Teaser Sweeney, who attended Shadow Mountain High School in Phoenix, Arizona. Where else would you got a name like Teaser Sweeney, right?
I don't know how in the world he got up here in Minnesota after coming from Phoenix.
I'm wondering about that myself. Maybe he likes to ski, but why would he come here? Let's go to Colorado. Go to UNC. Free throw is good by Sweeney. That makes it 20-15. Bemidji scored 5 straight now.
Well, this definitely isn't an unfamiliar sight for him. He averages 7 free throw attempts a game on the year. Very good free throw shooter.
Second one's also good, so it's 20-16. Sweeney with 6 of the Beavers' 16. Huskies up by 4. 12 minutes left first half as DeVita advances the ball in the front court on his waist-high dribble. Gets it at the high post now to Bodette. Turns to the basket, off to McDonald, right wing. McDonald goes to the dribble against Boucher. Whistle and a foul. Loose ball foul away from the play, or will that be on Boucher? Looks like they'll whistle Boucher on the drive as he was trying to stay with McDonald, and Boucher picked up his first. Team fouls are 6-3 now. That was number 6 on Bemidji. Came on the drive, so the Huskies will pass in from baseline right underneath their hoop. DeVita bounce pass into Kesty. Turns and shoots immediately, but that 13-footer was very short, and the rebound went out of bounds. It goes to Bemidji.
You know, one thing I thought the key of the game was which Bemidji team was going to show up tonight. And right now it's the team that's quick on their feet, the team that played North Dakota tough.
Into the front court comes point guard Lerone Greer. Gets it off for Sweeney. Backs into the free throw line, then kicks it back out to Boucher. Boucher is backing off on his dribble, veering to the left, almost double dribbled with it. Now gets it out on top with Greer. Greer to Davenport, left wing, and he traveled. Davenport made his move diagonally into the lane, but before he started the dribble, his feet were moving. Bemidji turnover. 11:20 left first half. 20-16 our score. St. Cloud State on top. The Huskies had scored 12 straight to go up 20-10, but Bemidji has scored the last 6 now in this game. Scott Springer is back in for the Huskies. He's got it left corner, front court, working against Sweeney. That's a good matchup. Springer drops it behind him to McDonald in the corner. Joel needs help. Got to get rid of it. Finally does to Kesty on the baseline. Greg is open, knocked away out of bounds by Greer, but off of Kesty. Turnover St. Cloud State.
Bemidji really playing good defense right now, getting out in the passing lanes. They almost got a 5-second call right there.
A change at the post for Bemidji as Jeff Schoenrock checks in. He's out of Hinckley Finlayson High School, a 6'7" sophomore. Schoenrock in at the post. As Bemidji comes in the front court, trying to cut further into this Husky lead of 4 points. Pass to the baseline, now into Schoenrock in the lane, kicks it out. Greer's open for a high arcing 3, that's no good. Rebound knocked out of bounds to St. Cloud State as Greer knocked it away from Bodette.
Bodette's really looking good out there. He's going after every rebound. He's looking quick out there after getting his tooth knocked out the last game.
I
thought he got a hit in the nose, and here his tooth got knocked out.
Good little dental work here during the Christmas holidays.
So he's wearing a mouth guard today.
Gotta be tough when you're playing underneath. There's the Huskies now into the front court. 10.5 minutes left in the half. DeVita's running jumper in and out. Rebound Kesty. He muscles it back up and missed everything. Rebound Kesty again, no good. Rebound Bodette put it up and off. Chris gets it again, and it was knocked cleanly out of his hands by Greer. Here come the Beavers now on the break. Back the other way. DeVita knocks it away from Joe South out of bounds. So it'll stay with Bemidji. But boy, you talk about chances at the offensive end.
Well, there had to be about 4 or 5 chances right there. Kesty had about 3. Bodette had about 2. But they're hitting the offensive boards, and that's the most important thing right now.
I said Joe South. I'm sorry, Steve South is the guard for Bemidji. Joe South's the guy who walked a mile in these shoes. Steve South's just the guy who plays point guard for Bemidji. Pass down low now to Kramer for Bemidji, and he lost it as he tried to work his way around one of the Huskies down low, and St. Cloud State recovers. DeVita on the break, up the left side, kicks it out to McDonald. 3 if it counts, off the rim. Rebound Charnowski. His putback 10-footer is off the mark in traffic. Then the loose ball goes out of bounds. McDonald with a head-first dive going after it, but it went off at Joel, so it'll go over to Bemidji.
Both teams have kind of went cold here of late. They're getting good shots. They're just not falling, though.
We're past the halfway mark of the first half now. 9:50 left. 20-16. St. Cloud State leading Bemidji State as the Beavers come in the front court. Pass comes on the right wing and down the lane. Nice move goes the guard, Troy Boucher, who lays it up and in. Went by 3 Huskies on that drive to the hole. Bemidji scored 8 in a row.
Well, that was a nice quick move. He's known for just shooting the three-pointer, but that time he used the dribble, got in there and penetrated and made the basket.
It's 20-18. St. Cloud State. Bodette lobs in for Springer. Open at the left block. Banks it in. Springer scores. That ends the streak of 8 straight now by Bemidji. Ball goes out of bounds as Bemidji came in the front court, and they lost the basketball out of bounds as one of our officials, Mike Nevin, tripped on the play, and as Lerone Greer was bringing the ball in the front court, he lost it right in Nevin's vicinity. I don't really know what he was protesting about, Dean. His career was not going to get that ball. I think he was hoping that it was going to go off in Nevin. Here's DeVita penetrating and banking it in.
Nice move by DeVita.
24-18 St. Cloud State as the Huskies have put up 4 straight now to give themselves a bit of breathing room. Bremidji's in the front court. Pass to the wing. DeVita with a near steal, but it's recovered by South, and then DeVita is called for the foul.
What Bremidji's doing right now is they're running the wheel offense, so the Huskies are just staying inside the three-point line. They're really not trying to contest right now. What happens is once they pass it to Bremidji, they run a cut to the basket. And, you know, no sense in guarding a man out there at the three-point line.
I don't think they've attempted a three-pointer tonight.
No, well, they've only shot 66 on the year, so they normally don't do that very often.
For the Huskies, Chad Gurman and Haug Charnowski check back in. Travis Brown also back in the game. Pass from the baseline underneath. Sweeney shoots it up over from behind his head and shoulders and missed the layup attempt. Rebound is Charnowski off to DeVita. Huskies in the front court up by 6. 8:45 left first half. Gurman's first shot of the night is off the rim, no good. His first 3 anyway. Long rebound comes out to Bouchine. He starts a 3-on-2 for Bemidji. Right wing pass comes to South, and he cuts to the basket and banks it in.
There's the transition. That time the Huskies didn't get back on defense.
First points of the night for guard Steve South, and it's 24-20 St. Cloud State. Huskies with the ball in the front court with the sophomore DeVita. Passes off Gurman on the wing. His bounce pass to the post. Brown dribbles into traffic in the lane, puts up the shot and drew the foul. As Kramer went for the block, but he has whistled for his second foul, the Beavers' 7th.
That's 2 on Kramer right now. He's probably one of 2 guys for Bemidji that cannot afford to get in foul trouble for Bemidji to win tonight. He's got to be on the floor at all times.
Travis Brown, who coming into this ball game in 6 previous games so far this year in his St. Cloud State career, had scored a total of 17 points. He's got 5 already tonight. And he's at the line shooting 2, free throw, no good.
I think Travis is doing exactly what Butch was hoping was going to happen. He came in, got a spark, got a couple dunks, a couple of loose ball rebounds, and he's playing really well right now.
Very versatile player, can play anywhere from the small forward to the center spot, which he has started at tonight. Second free throw good, 1 of 2 for Brown, 25-20, with St. Cloud State holding the 5-point lead. Here comes Bemidji in the front court. Beyond the top of the circle is Teaser Sweeney. Looks left, now to the right, goes to the dribble, down the lane, cut off by DeVita, brings it back out on the bounce to South, back to Sweeney. Left wing, goes in the lane, and his shot is rejected out of bounds by Brown.
There's Brown on the block.
Classic example of what you're talking about, Dean. Sweeney was wide open. I mean, he had 5 feet of room from 20 feet out, and instead, he chose to dribble into traffic.
Yep.
Pass in now for Bemidji. Goes into the lane. It is bobbled by Davenport. He shovels it back out to Sweeney on the wing. Sweeney to the baseline, running 8-footer, no good. Tapped up and off, no good. Tapped up again by Davenport. And then a great save by Davenport. What work off the offensive end by Terrence Davenport. 2 tap attempts, neither good, and then a stupendous stretched out save to keep the ball alive. Now Sweeney down the lane, and he traveled. You know who Terrence Davenport looks like? You know Jeffrey Hines, the guy who does the dancing movies? Doesn't he look like him?
Yeah, a little bit.
Look at him. Where's Barishnikov when you need him? Guy showed dance-like moves on that beautiful save on the baseline. Huskies have it now, 25-20, their lead. Pass down the lane, goes to Springer. He knifes his way in and lays it up and in.
Nice move by Scott. He really used his body well on that one. He almost cleared off almost.
9 points for Springer. He leads the Huskies now. It's 27-20, St. Cloud State. Into the front court. Long three-pointer is good. So when they finally shoot one, Troy Bouchine hits it. That's the first 3 of the night by either club. 27-23 SCSU. And the Huskies now with Brown. He goes around his man, Davenport, to the hole, puts up the off-balance fadeaway, no good. Rebound, Haug puts it back in.
Here's Haug again on his putback baskets.
Huskies are hitting the offensive glass hard tonight. Bemidji in the front court. Sweeney dribbles behind the back twice in the lane. Bounces it out to Bouchine. He fires from the left corner, no good. Rebound South, and he'll bring it back out and start the offense again for the Beavers. 6.5 minutes left in the first half. The Huskies leading by 6. As South continues to dribble it out on top. Gets it off for Bouchine. Bouchine cuts to his left. Now reverses to his right. Brings it cross court on the right wing. South goes to the left-hand dribble. Stops at the line. Bounce pass in the lane. Sweeney behind the back. Kramer missed the layup. Gets it back. Blocked by Charnowski. Kramer gets it back again. Muscles it up and drew the foul.
Another nice pass by Sweeney to get it to Kramer. Kramer missed the first shot, stayed with it, got a couple other shots.
Charnowski's foul, his first, 5 on the Huskies, and Kramer now will shoot a double. Scott Kramer, who was voted the Northern Sun Intercollegiate Conference's most improved player a year ago, as his first free throw rolls out, he averaged 12.2 points, 6.4 rebounds last year as a sophomore in that league after being a virtual non-entity as a freshman. So he was voted the most improved. Second free throw good. He's got 7. And Bemidji has 24. They're down by 5. Danny Ward back in the game for the Huskies. Feeds to Charnowski way out on the right side. Back to Ward between the circles. Ward is guarded by South as Ward cuts to his left, dumps it underneath, deflected, out of bounds, off Bremidji.
Danny got lucky there. He got caught up in the air.
Pass from the baseline in for St. Cloud State. Gurman to Springer, now on top to Ward. Ward looking for Gurman, tried to pass it to him, but it was intercepted by Sweeney, who feeds South on the break, and South lays it in.
There's Sweeney again. I bet he's got about 3 steals right now. He's stepping in the passing lanes. He's a very good defensive player. With the strength, he's giving Chad Gurman a tough time right now.
St. Cloud State lead down to 3, 29-26. Gurman, front court, dribbles between the legs, cuts to his left, pulls up from 20, rims out, no good. Rebound, battle underneath, and a foul on Bemidji as Charnowski went up against Davenport, and Davenport had been nudged out of position and then picked up the foul. Davenport's second, and that'll put Charnowski at the line to shoot the bonus.
As hot as Gurman was the other night, he's really struggling right now. I think he's trying to force things a little bit too much instead of just going in the flow and getting a shot.
Gurman has yet to score in this ballgame. I think another thing, Dean, is that he is being hounded on the perimeter much more tonight than Winona did, and that surprised me. Winona was a quick perimeter team, yet they were letting Gurman shoot that outside shot all night long.
Well, the guy who guarded him was Jordan. You know, he was a quick player, but he wasn't very physical. Sweeney's a very physical player, and he's putting a body on Chad, something he's not used to right now.
Free throw by Charnowski is no good. It goes out of bounds off of the Huskies, so Bemidji gets it back, and a chance for the Beavers to either tie it or draw to within 1. They're down by 3 now, 5:25 left first half. Dribbling in the front court comes South. Passes off on the wing, lob pass down low, intercepted, knocked away by Husky, recovered by Springer. Knocked away by Charnowski, I should say. Haugs back the other way on transition and called for charging as Ward fed Charnowski. He cut to the basket and charged into Sweeney, and Charnowski has his second foul.
I like to see that, though. Haug made a great defensive player. Danny rewarded him by giving him a chance at a basket right there. Just got a bad break, got called for an offensive foul.
Illinois native Artis Welch has checked in for Bemidji. He's a 6'4 junior. He's got it on the right side. One-hand bounce pass to Kramer at the right block. Turnaround jumper, 10-footer, no good. Whistle on the rebound, and a foul on Bemidji as Davenport pushed off against Charnowski. And that's 3 fouls now on starting forward Terrence Davenport. St. Cloud State Husky basketball coming your way on 98 Country. WWJO, along with former Husky Dean Kessler. I'm John Schroeder, checking in now for St. Cloud State, seeing his first action for the Huskies in, 4 or 5 games. Looks like 5 games. In fact, he has not played since the season opener, LaTroy Spann. He's getting set to come in. He won't come in yet because Charnowski is the man he'll replace, and Haugs at the line.
Well, LaTroy got hurt when they went down to Florida. They were practicing, and he hurt his groin or his hip flexor, one of the two, and he's been out ever since.
Free throw by Charnowski is no good. Rolls off. Rebound to Bemidji. Spann is the 6'7 senior out of Chicago. He'll come in for Charnowski at the next break. DeVita is now in for Ward. Sweeney goes to the baseline, knocked away by DeVita. The loose ball recovered by Gurman. Ahead now on the break. Springer is by himself, goes in and jams it. He drew the foul, and he'll shoot a free throw.
Great play by Scott, picking up just like he left off against Winona. He got the crowd going. Great play by Chad, too.
Fouls on Steve South, his first. That's 10 on the Beavers, and South and Springer had some words after that jam by Scott. As South, the guy who only goes 6 feet, went right up with Springer. He really got into the air. Springer at about 6'5", jammed it down, and South was right with him going after the block. I'll tell you one thing, I don't know how much intelligence you give him credit for, but you got to give him credit for courage.
Well, Scott's so darn strong that even if someone jumps with him, and he already jumps, he's going to dunk it anyway.
So Springer now will try to complete the three-point play. 11 points so far for Scott. He leads the Huskies in scoring tonight. The free throw rolls around and goes down.
Let's see if that's going to give the Huskies some momentum right now before half.
32-26, St. Cloud State. Huskies, who have led by as many as 10 here in the first half. Bemidji passes down low on the block now. Kramer kicks it out to Schoenbrock at the free throw line. He takes one dribble in the lane, then reverses it back out on top to Steve South. Here's Lerone Greer back in at the point now to Schoenbrock at the high post, looking for Kramer. Cross-court pass comes to Greer, knocked away as he tried to pass in the lane, but Springer cut in front of South and knocked it away. Bemidji will inbounds from baseline right, 4:19 left first half. Beavers down by 6. South looking in, still looking, gets it in the corner now. Open from there is Artis Welch. His outside jump shot, no good. Rebound Span. Ahead to DeVita. Now Gurman banks it up and in. Nice move by Chad as he slid down the right baseline and gets his first two. 34-26 Huskies.
A really good look ahead by Dino. Chad and Scott were both wide open.
Kind of like the way the Huskies relayed the ball up court.
Yep.
3 men involved in the break. Now a whistle and a foul as Bemidji tries to work it down low on the post to Kramer, and Span reached around and grabbed him on the arm.
Another player coming in right now, Stuart Kramer, who's been out. He's been hurt. It's nice to see Stuart because the Huskies really need Stuart when the conference comes around.
Sweeney is out of the ballgame right now for Bemidji. Bouchane is back in, and Stu Kramer, the senior, 6'4", checks in for the Huskies, replacing Springer, and the free throw is up and good by Kramer. He's got one more coming. That was a non-shooting foul situation. Kramer was shooting the bonuses. That was team foul number 7 on the Huskies. Second free throw is good, so he makes them both. Kramer leads the Beavers with 9. It's 34-28. St. Cloud State under 4 minutes left first half. Across the timeline now comes DeVita for the Huskies. Dribbling to his right, stops, hands it off for Gurman, who runs around to the right side of the dribble. Gurman back out on top to DeVita. Back to Gurman. He'll launch that 21-footer. It's good.
There's Chad. He squared up really nice. God, that shot is so quick.
Oh.
I've never seen a quicker shot than that.
First three-pointer tonight for St. Cloud State. 37-28. Huskies on top. Bemidji with Greer running the offense. He passes to South on the left side perimeter. Greer to the low post. Schoenrock right side brings it out to Kramer. He's aligned at the high post. Kramer fires it to the baseline. Here's South. Tries to back in against Gurman. His turnaround 10-footer won't go. Rebound Span. Gets it off for DeVita. The Huskies on the break. DeVita around one Beaver. Around another. Shovels it back out. Gurman, 3 if it counts. Rims out, no good. And the rebound out of bounds. And let's see what the call is.
Looks like a foul on LaTroy.
Span was wrestling for the rebound underneath, and they rule a foul on Span pushing off underneath. So Span has a couple of quick fouls since coming in, and they'll come back to the other end for the bonus free throw situation.
You know, that's not a bad foul. He was after the offensive boards. I think Butch can live with that. It's the mental fouls, the bad fouls. That's the problem Butch has. But when you're going for the rebound, I don't think he has a problem with that.
Most coaches are like that, aren't they?
Yeah.
The reaches and the dump fouls, the perimeter fouls 40 feet away from the basket. Why? Not going to shoot the ball. Free throw by Kramer is no good. Rebound, Span is able to take it away from Schoenrock. Here come the Huskies on transition. DeVita to Kramer, banks it up and in. Stuart Kramer with his first 2 for the Huskies. For Stu, only his 8th and 9th points this year. The Huskies have their biggest lead, 39-28. Timeout Bemidji State, 2:46 left first half, and we're back in 1 minute.
Wholesale prices on Sealy, Serta, King Coil, and Simmons. They'll even haul away your old one. But hurry, it all ends Monday. The holiday sale of the season at Slumberland Furniture. You just can't do better anywhere.
Back to the action now off the Bemidji State timeout. Scott Kramer muscles his way in the lane and draws the foul from Chris Bodette. Nice spinning move by Kramer, who is a very adept 6'8" junior center, and he'll go to the line.
If you look at Kramer, too, he also is averaging close to 7 free throw attempts a game. So him and Sweeney are both really aggressive going to the hole.
This free throw no good by Kramer, who leads Bemidji State tonight. He's got 9 so far. Scott Kramer was second academically in his high school class at Walker Hackensack Akeley High School, so a very intelligent young man. Second free throw good, his 10th point. Now it's a 10-point lead, Huskies, with 2.5 minutes left in the first half. 39-29. Here comes St. Cloud State in the front court with DeVita. Looking for his high post. Bodette. Chris does a nice job to come out and get the ball. He's way out near the timeline. Back to DeVita. Down the lane, Dino shovels for Span. Goes to the basket. It went out of his hands and out of bounds. As he just, it appeared, simply lost the ball. Slipped out of his hands, and it goes to Bemidji.
Huskies in their matchup zone, it looks like.
Bremidji in the front court now. Lerone Greer gives it off on the wing to Sweeney. He dumps it down on the baseline. Schoenrock, one of the big post players, back to Sweeney. On the right wing, Bouchane. Back to Sweeney. 5 steps beyond the top of the key. Now to Bouchane. He shoots the 3. That's off the side rim. Rebound is Stuart Kramer for the Huskies. Kramer gets it off for DeVita, and the Huskies will come into the front court. Under 2 minutes left, first half. DeVita across the timeline. Looks to his left, now back to the right, now back left. DeVita lost his dribble, finally gets rid of it. Span, Beaudet on the right side, back on top to DeVita. Rear guarding DeVita. Now McDonald wide open for the right corner jumper. That's good. 2-pointer for McDonald. He had a foot on the 3-point arc. Joel's got 2 baskets, 4 points, 41-29, St. Cloud State. Huskies with their biggest lead. Bremidji working the offense on top now with Troy Bouchane, the 6'2 junior. Gets it off for Teaser Sweeney at the high post. Schoenrock loops it back to Bouchane, right corner, guarded, double teamed by the Huskies. Kramer and Beaudet, and then Bouchane throws it away as it slowly rolls out of bounds. Bouchane got into trouble, and he just couldn't get rid of the basketball.
Matchup zone that the Huskies are playing, I think it's going to cause a lot of problems this year. Because what happens on the matchup zone is the front 2 guys are actually playing a zone, and the bottom 3 guys are actually playing man-to-man. So it's kind of hard to figure out what they're playing.
Now into the front court, the Huskies. DeVita to Beaudet. His short-range jumper comes out of there. Rebound Bemidji. 3-on-3 break. Down the middle, Bouchane. Dishes to the right side. Sweeney's on the baseline, and he was falling out of bounds, so he dumped the ball off McDonald and out of bounds, and the Beavers keep it.
That's a couple times Bouchane's just thrown the ball up there. I don't even know. He got pretty lucky that time.
45 seconds left first half. 39 on the shot clock for Bemidji as they pass it in. Sweeney gets it to Greer, immediately back to Sweeney under the basket, and as he went for the reverse layup, he drew the foul. This will be number 3 on Chris Beaudet. So he's the first player to pick up a third. 10 on the Huskies, and Sweeney will shoot 2. Beaudet now will come out, or will he? No, Chris is going to stay in there. Span will leave, and Kesty will come in replacing him. Teaser Sweeney, who is, among other things, the editor-in-chief of the Northern Student. That's Bemidji State's student newspaper. He's a communications major. So he kind of does a little bit of this business, Dino, as you're experimenting with right now. And I don't know, maybe someday we'll have him on the air. Guest commentator for the opponent. Sweeney's at the line so far tonight. He has 6 points for Bemidji. Free throw is good. Sweeney averages about 19 per game. It's 41-30, St. Cloud State. Huskies, who a moment ago had their biggest lead of the night at 41-29. Sweeney trying to knock it down to 10. Dips at the waist. Free throw is in and out. Rebound to the side to McDonald for St. Cloud State. Huskies will have an opportunity at the last shot if they so choose. 35 seconds left as DeVita goes by Greer into the front court. DeVita working his dribble out to McDonald. Joel pivots towards the basket between the circles. Goes to the left-hand dribble. 25 seconds left. Kramer comes out to get it. Dribbles to his right. Stu Kramer still working the dribble. 20 seconds left to go. Here's DeVita. Out near midcourt. Dribbling to his right. Kramer falls down, so DeVita has to go back to the dribble as it was knocked away from him. 10 seconds left. Kramer near the timeline to DeVita. Dino is guarded closely by Greer. Cuts to the basket. 5 seconds left. DeVita off balance. 15-footer. Very short. Rebound to Greer ahead to Sweeney, but the Beavers can't get it off before the first half comes to an end. So after 20 minutes of basketball, your score is St. Cloud State 41 and Bemidji State 30. We'll return to Hallenbeck Hall after this 2-minute timeout.
Both teams, they got to get off to a good start. Right now, I think it's going to determine on who gets the best start right now.
Alternate possession pass in for Bemidji State, and we are underway with second half play here on 98 Country. Pass out on top. Comes to the forward, Terrence Davenport. He's got it for Bemidji State as they work their half-court offense. Out on top to Teaser Sweeney. He was second on this club in scoring in the first half with 7. Huskies right now matching up with the man-for-man. Sweeney is guarded by Chad German out on top. Sweeney just casually working his dribble. Gets it off on his left to Davenport. Stops his dribble and passes off in the wing. Knocked away by Springer out of bounds. Greg Erickson is our technician tonight, along with Dean Kessler. I'm John Schroeder. Pass in for Bemidji is deflected, intercepted by the Huskies, and then St. Cloud State throws it away. As the forward, Bill Yankel, stepped in front of a long forward pass by Danny Ward, that is. And now back the other way. Bemidji scores on the pull-up jump shot by Steve South. South with 6 tonight, so the Beavers have the first points of the second half. It's 41-32, St. Cloud State. Huskies into the front court with their first offensive possession this half. Sharnowski with his back to the basket, right side, back to Springer. Tried to shovel it behind him to Sharnowski, but it went right into the hands of Sweeney, who is off to the races back the other way. Sweeney misses the layup. Rebound to Brown. Here comes Ward, and the Huskies will break back. 4-on-3. Ward down the middle. Dishes out. Gurman, three-pointer. That's good.
Nice shot for Chad.
Nobody even near Gurman, and when you do that, it can be death for the opponent. 8 points for Gurman, his second tray tonight. 44-32, St. Cloud State. Front court now for Bemidji as they work it around. Pass in the lane, intended for Kramer, knocked away and recovered by Brown. Here come the Huskies, 4-on-1. Ward leads the break. Dishes off the hands of Springer and out of bounds. Ward had Springer and Sharnowski to his left. Indeed, I don't know if the players knew for whom the ball was intended.
I think the best bet was to the right with Gurman, because Gurman was wide open, and that's cash money every time.
44-32 Huskies. Bemidji comes back the other way. Davenport fadeaway 10-footer, rolls around and drops.
Bemidji's looking good here in the second half. Huskies looking a little sluggish. Danny's threw the ball away now twice here in the second half.
2 minutes in, and it's 44-34 Huskies. Gurman gets a pass from Ward, dumps it down low on the block. Brown goes to the basket and draws the foul. Nice move by Travis Brown as he drew the foul from Scott Kramer, the Bemidji center, and that's 3 now on Kramer, so mission accomplished there by Brown.
Again, Bemidji cannot afford to have Kramer in foul trouble. There's the only big man they really have.
And they're going to rule that came on the shot, so Travis Brown will be at the line. Travis making his first start tonight for the Huskies with 6 first half points. He was 2 of 4 from the line, and he misses the first one here in the second half.
Travis is a good shooter. He's got nice form and a good rotation. It's just a matter of putting the ball in the hole.
Second one also no good. Rebound tap to the side. Springer keeps it alive. Gets it out to Sharnowski, and he'll further it out now to Ward, now to Gurman. Dribbles in the lane. Dishes for Springer, left side. Drives in the lane, muscles it up, no good. Tapped up and off by Brown. Puts it back up and in again. Travis Brown off the offensive glass.
That's what Travis Brown's in the game for. He's got long arms. He can get a lot of putback rebounds.
And back the other way. Bemidji scores quickly. Yakel gets a pass underneath and lays it in.
End-to-end pace.
36 for Bemidji. They're down by 10. 46-36 Huskies. There's Danny Ward in the front court. Almost lost the dribble in his feet. Gets it underneath. Sharnowski is open. Reverse layup good. Nice find by Ward. Good pass. Sharnowski scores. Huskies up by 12. Here's a quick rifle pass underneath from Sweeney to Davenport, and he almost has his head taken off by Brown.
Looks like the Huskies got mixed up on defense. It looked like somewhere in a zone and somewhere in a man-to-man. Sweeney did a bullet pass to Davenport.
First team foul, second half.
Now Terrence Davenport will go to the line. One of several junior college transfers from the state of Illinois on this club. He came out of Aurora, Illinois originally. 6'4" junior. And he is at the line shooting a double. First one is no good.
Neither team shooting free throws real well. Huskies were 63, Bemidji was 63%, and the Huskies were 54% at halftime.
Second one good, so Davenport makes 1 of 2. And it's 48-37 St. Cloud State. Ward in traffic is able to get in the front court. Brown, Gurman, that quick release jump shot right side off the back iron. Long rebound comes out to Ward, now to Brown. Sharnowski has it on the right side. The Huskies will back off now and set up in the half-court offense. Out on top, Ward setting the play. Passes off Springer off the screen. Open right baseline jumper. Rims around and out. No good. Sharnowski is battling Kramer for the rebound, and Haug takes it away. And then the Huskies throw it away as Ward's pass. Gurman wasn't looking. Intercepted by Bemidji. Here's Kramer behind the back to Smith, who banks it in. Check it. Steve South scores. South on his second transition bucket this half. He's got 8. And Bemidji State now down by 9. 48-39. Backdoor cut. Springer is open underneath the basket. Feed from Ward. Springer scores.
Good eye contact there.
First 2 this half for Springer. He leads the Huskies with 14. 50-39. St. Cloud State. Lead has hovered around 10 points here for the past 6 or 8 playing minutes. On the right side, Davenport. His jump hook rolls out. Rebound Brown between 3 Beavers. Knocked away out of bounds, but last touched by Bemidji. Now Joel McDonald comes in for the Huskies. Gurman will sit down. Sweeney is going to go to the bench for Bremidji, and he's going to be replaced by Troy Bouchane. Ward is in the backcourt for the Huskies. Loops it ahead across the timeline. Charnowski cross court to McDonald, and the Huskies will set it up now. McDonald's going to shoot. The three, that rims out. And the rebound, a good one, taken down by Davenport. Outlet right comes to Bouchane. He's across midcourt on transition. Bouchane, three-pointer, short. Rebound Springer. Here come the Huskies. Charnowski had it knocked away at midcourt by Bouchane. Loose ball recovered by McDonald ahead to Ward. Boy, this game is flat out a track meet. Down the left side now goes Springer. Out to Ward. He'll shoot from 17. That's off the rim. Rebound right side McDonald. Takes the dribble. Fakes. Now puts it up with the left hand. No good. Rebound off of McDonald. Goes to the corner. Saved by Charnowski. Ball is loose. Charnowski goes flying out of bounds.
Hey, both teams are missing great opportunities to score. Earlier, Bremidji came down a 3-on-1. Didn't convert. And Huskies on offense had about 3 turnovers. It's really killing them right now. Even though they're up by 11, it could be a lot worse.
That last save attempt by Haug, he knocked over the water cooler and all the water bottles in the stand, and I thought it was him at first. I heard it crash, but he just knocked over all the accoutrements. Here come the Beavers now back the other way. They're down by 11. They've got it as they pass to the wing. DeVita knocks it away, but it's recovered again. South goes to the basket, and he traveled. No, he charged. Steve South hammering in to one of the Huskies underneath after he came up with the steal. South on the charge has his second foul, and the Beavers second this half.
Still haven't figured out why Bremidji just will not stop and shoot the 15-foot shot. They're content on going to the basket every time.
Especially now after the Huskies are overplaying. Here come the Huskies in the front court. Charnowski cuts in from the right side. Cross court to Brown. He missed the dunk. It was partially blocked. The ball goes out of bounds. It'll be with St. Cloud State. Dean, it was either Kramer or Davenport. Somebody went up with Brown and partially blocked that dunk attempt. Good defense. Sideline pass in front of the Husky bench now for Scott Springer. And the Huskies. Springer gets it into McDonald. He works around his man. Bouchane into the lane. McDonald stops. Kicks it out for DeVita. He'll try the three. That's good. Dino DeVita, who does not shoot a lot of three-pointers. That was his third attempt. He's made 2 this year. Huskies lead at 53-39. Whistle back at the other end and a foul on St. Cloud State. It'll be McDonald for a block in the lane. His first tonight. The Huskies' second this half.
Again, Bremidji, they always want to go to the basket. Every time. Draws a lot of fouls, but it gets them in problems sometimes.
Pass in, baseline right, lobbed in, Yackel to Kramer. He lost his balance, and his shot was partially blocked. Loose ball recovered by McDonald. Scholes trots it up the right side. McDonald cuts to the lane, knocked away from behind by Davenport. Loose ball comes to Beaudet, who's just checked in. To McDonald, another three. That's good. Huskies heating up from the stratosphere. That's 7 now for McDonald. St. Cloud State's biggest lead, 56-39. Now Bremidji passes in. It's knocked away, comes back to Yackel. To South now on the right side, and a timeout is taken by Carl Solscheider and the Beavers. Huskies on a bit of a run. They lead at 56-39 with an even 14 minutes left to play. We'll return after this. 5-0. The Huskies, Mankato State and Morningside, all 5-1 coming into the night. Pass in for Bremidji now off their timeout underneath Davenport, and he traveled. Underneath, Terrence Davenport tried to go down the right baseline and through the lane, but he was in too much congestion and simply traveled.
Bring it up, bring it up. Out the way, back up.
Bremidji's starting to pick up full court now, trying to make things happen.
And they need to at this point as they're down by 17. 56-39 with under 14 minutes left. McDonald fires away. Three-pointer left wing, no good. Rebound to Yackel, and here come the Beavers now on the break. Down the left side, South slows up on his dribble and lets his teammates join him now in the front court. Yackel on the left corner, fakes the shot, takes a dribble, now shoots from 12, and that's off the mark. Rebound tapped out of bounds, off the Beavers. It goes to St. Cloud State.
Bremidji relies a lot of score. When they score is on their transition game. I don't think they're that great a half-court team. They don't really have too many shooters. They want to drive an awful lot. Michelle's really their only shooter.
Now the Huskies bring Stuart Kramer back into the game at the small forward. Beaudet is in, as we mentioned, at center. Post Jeff Schoenrock is in the game now for Bremidji. Half-court trap, but the Huskies break it. DeVita ahead to McDonald. Gets it off to Beaudet, now to DeVita. Now the Huskies will set it up now in the offense. Bremidji in a 2-3 zone right now. Right wing pass comes to Kramer. Back to DeVita atop the circle. Penetrates, dumps it off right baseline. Charnowski shoots and misses. Rebound out of bounds. It'll go to St. Cloud State as both Kramer and looks like Bouchane went after that loose ball for Bemidji, and one of those two knocked it out. Pass in now for DeVita. Baseline right. Gets it underneath. Bodette double team, but still banks it in.
Nice play by Bodette.
First two of the night for Bodette. It's 58-39 Huskies. Down the lane now goes Teaser Sweeney. Tried to dump it further down for Kramer, but it went off of Bodette out of bounds. So it'll stay with Bemidji. McDonald will come out now. Chad Gurman back in at the off guard for the Huskies. Pass in. Comes to Bouchane. He'll shoot the three immediately. Rims out. Rebound kept alive. It's loose underneath. Bemidji's got it. Schoenrock tried an off-balance shovel shot. That came off the mark, and a foul will be called on St. Cloud State. Charnowski's whistled it. He can't believe it.
I don't even know where that foul was. I've had the worst luck.
Charnowski and Sweeney were battling for the ball, and they sort of both fell away from the lane in that massive congestion, and Howe can't believe it. He's got his third foul, and he'll be replaced now by LaTroy Spann. Pass in coming from the left baseline for Bemidji, and they'll work it out on top now. The point guard with it, that's Troy Bouchane. He brings it out to Sweeney, who's beyond the top of the circle. Bounce pass back to Bouchane on the right wing.
Get up, Troy, get up!
Now Sweeney dribbles to his left down the lane. The running, driving layup attempt partially blocked. Sweeney gets it back, and his reverse left-hand layup is good.
Nice move.
Whoa.
Very nice.
9 for Sweeney. First two this half, and as DeVita comes in the front court, a whistle and a foul as Sweeney got too tight with Dino, and Sweeney's got his first foul of the night, only number 3 this half on Bemidji. 58-41, St. Cloud State, 12-10 left. As the pass in now, DeVita has it out on top. Gurman left wing turns and shoots, misses off the rim. Rebound comes to Kramer as Bodette got a hand on it, but Scott Kramer cleared it for Bemidji. Now the Beavers push it ahead quickly. Sweeney on the right side. Tries to penetrate. DeVita cuts him off. Those two bump. Yeakel has it right wing. Pass in for Schoenbrock. Goes to the basket. Drew the foul. Schoenbrock flying through the air, and then Spann came up and got him, and LaTroy's got his third foul.
I think with 11:49 left, the Huskies, they should just stick with the matchup zone. For one, Bemidji, they don't have any outside shooters. And for two, the wheel offense that they run could be kind of dangerous for them. So I think they should just stick with the zone, make them shoot the outside shot, which isn't their strength.
Perhaps the Husky coaches are going to talk about that. They've called their first time out of the game with 11:49 left. 58-41 is St. Cloud State's lead. You're listening to Husky basketball, and we'll continue after this.
Guaranteed low sale prices on Sealy, Serta, King Coil, and Simmons. They'll even haul away your old one. But hurry, it all ends Monday. The holiday sale of the season at Slumberland Furniture. You just can't do better anywhere.
Back to the action at the line now is Jeff Schoenrock, the 6'7 sophomore out of Hinckley Finlayson. He misses both free throws, and the rebound taken down by Spann for the Huskies. Jeff Schoenrock was on a Hinckley Finlayson team that went 24-2 his senior year, and that club, Hinckley Finlayson, this year is ranked number 1 in the state in Class A for boys basketball, so they've got a pretty good program there. That's up in Chad Gurman territory. Pass down low now for the Huskies, and it goes out of bounds. As Bodette at the high post tried to dump it down low for Spann, who got all tangled up with Schoenrock, and LaTroy was never able to get to the basketball. So Bemidji, down by 17, comes in the front court with 11:20 on the clock. Let's see if the Beavers can make a run. Pass to the left block. Kramer's there. Turnaround 6-footer. Count it.
They're going to play the zone. They got to have a little better interior defense than that. Too easy pass inside.
Kramer had 10 in the first half to lead the Beavers. That's his first 2 this half. Pass ahead front court. Bodette with a nice reception. Spann bangs down the right baseline and lays it in. LaTroy Spann with his first 2 points this year, and it's 60-43. Beavers have it out on top now in the front court with Troy Bouchane. Pass comes to Schoenrock. Cross court through the lane intended for Kramer. Deflected off of Kramer, out of bounds. Husky basketball. 3 new bodies in for the Huskies. Springer, Charnowski, and Brown. Kramer, Spann, and Bodette will leave the game. Also, Ward comes in, and DeVita leaves. So Butch Raymond makes changes in 4 of the 5 men on the court. Gurman is the only remaining player from the last moment. And Bremidji now will send in a couple of fresh troops. Lerone Greer checks in, the point guard. And also back into the game comes Steve South. Heading for the bench is Bouchane, as well as Yekel.
Bremidji looks like they're in a 1-2-2 full court press a little bit, trying to get some steals, make some things happen in the last 10:47.
It seems like the kind of team that would be pretty decent at a press.
Well, they're pretty quick.
Yeah. Huskies break it as Springer comes to midcourt to get it to Gurman. They head further down into the front court. Brown back out to Gurman. His three-pointer switch. Gurman's third trifecta of the night. He's got 11, and with 10.5 minutes to go, the Huskies have their biggest lead, 63-43.
Don't play behind.
Working it around the right side now is South. Out on top to Sweeney. The running 10-footer is good.
Well, he's good at taking the 1 or 2 dribbles and pulling up for the shot.
63-45 with 10 on the clock. The Husky lead is 18. Sweeney has 11. Huskies work it in now to Charnowski on the right side. Fall away 10-footer. It's good. Haug has 14. 65-45 SCSU. Halfway mark of the second half. Pass is deflected now. Bremidji trying to work it inside. Knocked away by Davenport. Ward has the loose ball. Starts out on the break. Springer underneath goes to the basket. His pull-up 10-footer rims out. Rebounded Davenport for Bremidji. Now the Beavers will push it ahead into the front court. Steve South. South on the left side stops his dribble. Looking in, brings it back out to Sweeney at the point. Now to South, lobs in. The pass was intended for Schoenrock, but Charnowski cheating around him, trying for the steal, picked up the foul, and that's 4 on Charnowski.
Foul got caught. Standing behind Schoenrock. He's got to get either a half a man through or be fronting him. I think if the Huskies, with 9:27 left, they just play good defense, execute on offense. They're up by 20 right now. I think everything should fall into place for them.
McDonald checks in for Charnowski. Pass in for the Beavers comes to Sweeney, and Teaser banks it in off that pass in. So Sweeney with 6 this half, 13 on the night, 65-47, St. Cloud State. Ward with the one-hand fling ahead into the front court. McDonald further down on the block. Brown misses the layup, but he was fouled. Team foul number 4 on Bremidji will go against Jeff Schoenrock. Brown will be at the line.
Trav's been really aggressive tonight. This is the 7th time to the free throw line. He's only 3 of 6 though, but good aggressiveness.
This is the best I have seen Brown so far this year. I did not see the games in Florida, but I think maybe that start helped his confidence a little bit. Free throw good.
Trav's the type of kid, he likes to play, and he's playing well tonight. He's definitely deserving of the start.
He's got a season-high 9 now. Make it 10 as he hits both free throws. He had 8 points in the Huskies' win over Cheney University, so this is a St. Cloud State career high for Travis Brown. 67-47, 9:05 left. Beavers come back the other way. Kramer misses the lay-in. He was down low on the right side. Scott Kramer with an easy layup attempt, but it wouldn't go, and the Huskies have the rebound. And they work it down to Springer, and he banks it in on a nice feed from Ward. Huskies with their biggest lead, 69-47. Springer's got 16 to lead the way for St. Cloud State. 8:45 remaining. Here's Terrence Davenport, dribbles into the lane, gets it off for Kramer. He had it knocked away by Springer, but the ball touched the baseline, so it'll go back to Bremidji.
Springer again with a great game tonight. Great game, defensively and offensively.
You know, I don't think we talk enough about his defense, and sometimes I think that's where his athletic ability helps most.
Yeah.
Pass in from Bremidji, knocked away and stolen by McDonald. Ahead on the break to Ward. He goes in and is hacked. Ward went to the basket, tried to keep the ball away from the taller teaser Sweeney, and Sweeney reached in and slapped him.
Back on Scott again. I think his biggest asset on defense is in anticipation. I think he really anticipates well.
And he's got to be one of the top 2 or 3 overall athletes on this team, I would think. Who would you, if you had to rate athletic ability on this team right now, what would you think?
Well, he's definitely got, to me, he's got to be first. I think Travis Brown's got to be right up there. I think Haug's got to be right up there. Those 3 right there.
How about Gurman? How good of an athlete is he?
Chad's a pretty good athlete. He's pretty, you know, he's fast in an out sprint. He's got to keep working on his quickness, but he's, you know, decent athlete.
Free throw by Ward is no good. That's Dan Ward's first miss of the year, believe it or not. Second free throw is good. He needed 1 free throw to miss one last year. This year, he was 10 for 10 before missing. Now he makes the second. So he's 11 of 12 on the season, 70-47. Here's Bemidji through transition. Kramer bobbles it in the lane, lost it, and is fouled.
Sure glad you're the one that jinxed him this time.
No, I didn't say anything until after he missed it.
I jinxed poor Joel the other night.
No, I've learned my lesson. Broadcasters are not supposed to do a couple of things. Talk about a guy's free throw percentage while he's shooting, or talk about a pitcher throwing a no-hitter while it's happening. And you know about that. You're a former pitcher.
Yep.
That foul was on Chris Bodette, his 4th, the Huskies' 6th, and at the line is Kramer. Free throw, good. That's 13 now tonight for the big center, Scott Kramer, who last year had 14 points and 12 rebounds in Bemidji State's loss to St. Cloud State up in Bemidji. Second free throw also good. He makes them both. It's a 21-point Husky lead, 70-49, 8:20 on the clock. Springer double teamed in the front court, gets it off for Ward near the timeline. Dan Ward dribbling out top. Dribbles to his right, passes cross court on the left wing. McDonald tries the running jump shot, blocked by Yackel, but the loose ball came right back to Bodette. Shot clock, keep in mind, does not recycle. The ball's got to touch the rim. Huskies shoot it from the right wing. Gurman's jumper in and out. Rebound is loose for a moment. Controlled by Bemidji. Yackel comes down with it. Outlet right comes to South. He runs it in the front court. Steve South goes in the lane, lost his dribble, recovered by McDonald. Huskies on the break again. It's 2-on-3. Ward with Gurman stops at the edge of the lane, brings it back out to Springer, and now the Huskies will slow it up. Very wisely setting up the half court. McDonald shoots the 3, left wing. Long, high rebound. Springer tries to keep it alive, but he was on the baseline out of bounds, and it goes to Bemidji. You know, every time I say, now they slow it up and set up the half court, somebody pulls the trigger on a 3. They don't wait long ever, do they?
No, and I think right now with 7:33 left, they got to be patient. The last few times down the floor, they just fired up a quicker shot. They got to be patient right now.
They're up by 21. No need to hurry. Bemidji, front court, right corner down the baseline. Sweeney then dished it in the lane, and a foul on McDonald, as McDonald was picking up Kramer, and Joel grimaces as he can't believe that call. That's his second foul, and that's going to put Bemidji into the bonus.
Everyone grimaces.
Yeah,
You know, no one ever fouls out here.
Not too many times that you smile. Bodette's out, and Kesty's in for the Huskies. Change at the center spot, and shooting the bonus now is the Bemidji center, Scott Kramer. Nothing but net. It's good. One more coming now for Kramer, trying to cut the lead to 19. Second free throw off the side rim, no good. Rebound McDonald. 7:15 on the clock. Huskies up 70-50, and now a foul as Yackel bumped to McDonald as Joel was trying to race up the right sidelines. Yackel has his 3rd foul. That's 6 as a team now in the Beavers. So not a shot, it'll just be a pass in.
With as much trapping and pressing as Bemidji's doing right now, look for McDonald and Gurman get a lot of shots.
Number 35, Davenport,
Be a sideline pass in for the Huskies. First, a substitution for Bemidji as Troy Beauchene comes back into the game. He replaces Yackel. Pass comes in now. Kesty's got it. Hands it off for Ward. Near midcourt. Ward goes around his man to the left down the lane. Gets it off for Gurman, who lays it in. 13 tonight for Gurman. He's averaging 18 a game. 72-50 St. Cloud State. Bounce pass in the lane. Intended for Davenport. Knocked away. The Huskies have it on another steal. Ward ahead to Kesty on the break. Breaks. Reverse layup is good.
Tell you what, this is the best I've seen the break from the Huskies this year. Everyone's filling the lane. Point guards getting the ball to the right person every time.
It's 74-50 St. Cloud State. 6:46 left, timeout on the court. Huskies up by 24. We're back in 1 minute.
7-Up Winter Wonderland display.
Distributed by Burnix of St. Cloud.
Bemidji's timeout, their 4th of the night, as Carl Salscheider, the Beaver coach, trying to stem the tide, but the Huskies right now up as much as any time tonight. 74-50 is the St. Cloud State lead, their biggest of the evening. Beauchene will try a 3. Top of the circle, that's good. He is their designated 3-point gunner. Beauchene hitting almost 45% from that range. Hits his 2nd tray tonight. And it's 74-53. Now Ward down the lane for the Huskies, and a foul is called.
Beauchene's the one person the Huskies got to keep an eye on if they're going to play the zone. The rest of the guys, I think they can back off, but they got to know where he's at.
Ward going down the lane and drawing the foul from Steve South, his 3rd, and that puts the Huskies into the 1-and-1 situation.
All right, now don't jinx him now.
I'm not going to say anything, except that Dan Ward is at the line, and that he has perfect form, and he missed the free throw. Sorry about that, Danny. Rebound by Bemidji. 74-53. The Huskies on top, approaching the 6-minute mark here in the second half. Teaser Sweeney gives it off for Bouchane. Tries a three left corner. That was short. And the rebound by Kesty. Hands it off for Springer. Now ahead to Ward, and the Huskies will come back the other way. Danny Ward with the shoulder-high dribble. Now goes between the legs. He's out near the timeline. Chest pass comes on the left wing. Gurman, he tries the running hook shot. It's an air ball. Might have been partially blocked by Davenport. Loose ball comes to Bemidji. Here come the Beavers into the front court. South in traffic. Right corner. Lost it out of bounds. Goes to the Huskies.
Good defense by Scott. That's the one thing I think he's really improved on this year. His defense. He's got his feet a lot quicker this year.
Now a change for Bemidji. Seeing his first action tonight is Chad Feldman, a redshirt sophomore, a 6'9" post player out of Granite Falls Clarkfield High School. He comes in. Also back into the game is Lerone Greer as Ward comes into the front court. Ward lost his dribble, has to come back to get it. Passes off to Stu Kramer, who's checked back in for the Huskies. Kramer on the left wing, goes around Sweeney to the basket, whistle, and the ball knocked out of bounds. I thought for a moment it was going to be a foul, but they just ruled it. It went off of Sweeney, so it stays with the Huskies. St. Cloud stayed up by 21. Late second half play. Pass in. Kramer out on top to Ward. He one-hands it to the right side. Gurman shoots, and it's short. Would have been a three. The rebound comes down to Bemidji, and they break it back the other way. Davenport on a feed ahead. Scoop, underhand layup attempt. No good. Rebound out of bounds off of Greer.
Huskies just got to be patient right now. 5:04 left. They're up by 21. Just got to be patient. Take the good shot.
Danny Ward will dribble into the front court now for St. Cloud State. Stops at the free throw line. Dumps it off. Kesty. Ball deflected through his hands to Gurman, who nails the trifecta. 4 3-pointers tonight for Chad Gurman. He's got 11 this half and 16 on the night. 77-53 St. Cloud State. Sweeney down the lane, pulls up, shoots from 10. It's short. Gets his own rebound, banks it up and in. 15 on the evening for Sweeney. And it's a 77-55 ball game. Now Ward pressing the issue for the Huskies. Front court, Gurman tries another three. Nothing but net.
So much for slowing the game up, huh?
80-55 Huskies, their biggest lead on the 5th three-pointer of the night for Chad Gurman. 4:18 left to go. Now Gurman will come on. Listen to the round of applause. I'll tell you something, Dean. What I've learned is that fans don't necessarily need to see you play perfect defense, but they sure love it when you light it up.
I think everyone does.
Into the front court now for the Beavers. They've got it out on top. Sweeney dribbling to his left along the half-moon line. He tries a fadeaway 16-footer off the mark, no good. Rebound out of bounds, goes to the Huskies. DeVita has come in for St. Cloud State. Span back in the ball game. I think we're going to see John Evans before long.
It's kind of an interesting lineup. You got Danny and Dino in the lineup at the same time.
DeVita's got it. He'll try a three. Right wing. That's short. No good. And on the rebound, Span comes over the back and picks up the foul. You know, DeVita, as we mentioned earlier, he hit a three-pointer in this ballgame. He's now 2 of 3 from that range this year. You can see why he doesn't shoot that many. He's got kind of a George Gervin kind of shot. He puts it up there with the right hand. It just sort of cocks it up there.
Yeah, Dino, his main asset is running the team, his ball handling, his defense. They got Chad Gurman and Joel McDonald shoot the ball.
That foul on Span was his 4th. So back at the other end, Chad Feldman comes into the game, and his free throw is good. One more coming for Feldman. 3:52 left. 80-56. Husky basketball. St. Cloud State on top here on 98 Country. Second free throw also good. 80-57. 3:45 as Ward races in the front court. Out to DeVita on the right wing. He dribbles to his left. DeVita in the lane. Dumps it off. Left baseline. Kramer hits it.
I like to see that from Stewart. When he just gets the balls and shoot it, he'll make it every time. It's when he stops and he thinks about it too much, that's when he has these problems.
Basket each half for Stu, 82-57 Huskies. Now the Beavers work it down low. Pass intended underneath the basket for Yeakel. It went off his hands, but last touched by the Huskies. Now Ward will leave, and John Evans checks in. Evans seeing action in his 3rd game for the Huskies. Long jump shot by Greer off the pass in for Bremidji is no good, and then a foul on the rebound as Span cleared the board. and he was fouled by Yackel. John Evans is the 6'3" junior out of La Crosse, Wisconsin. He began his career at Wisconsin Parkside, then transferred to St. Cloud State. Dean, honestly, does this young man, when you look at the other talent, consider all things, does he have a future to play some with the Huskies?
Well, he's got some. I think he's coming in as a junior. And, with Chad and Joel, it could be tough for him. But he's a great shooter. Boy, you should come to practice. He can shoot it.
Troy Spann now will be at the free throw line for the Huskies. He'll shoot the bonus with 3:17 on the clock, 82-57. St. Cloud State on top.
Well, I tried working with Scoop on his free throws to see if it worked. No.
Oh, didn't work. Rebound, though, to the Huskies, and then Kesty throws it away. Are you sure you didn't work on him with bricklaying technique? Wanted to be a masonist.
Well, we worked on having to shoot off the glass.
Yeah. Back the other way now. Davenport through the lane, dishes for Sweeney, and he banks it up and in on a nice cut move from the left baseline.
Sweeney just refuses to shoot the outside shot. He loves to go to the basket.
And now Sweeney comes up with a steal, takes it away from DeVita, and goes in for the left-handed layup. I'll tell you, Sweeney's padding the numbers here in the second half. He's got 12 this half, 19 on the night. That's his average for Bemidji. And now a backcourt foul on Sweeney as he's a madman out there right now. He was on the backcourt pressure and picked up the foul. That's his third of the night.
The thing I like about Sweeney is he plays hard. I mean, they're down by 21 points, and he's still out there diving all over the place and things like that.
Yeah.
He's a class act.
You bet. But he's got that Phoenix haircut. Got that little tuft of hair that's off to one side on the forehead that somehow just doesn't look like it belongs in Bemidji.
I bet the way the weather is right now, I bet he wishes he was back in Phoenix.
Yeah. Free throw by DeVita. The man fouled is no good. Comes out of there. And the rebound is tied up between Kesty and Feldman. And on the alternate possession, it will go to the Huskies. It'll be a pass in from baseline right, front court by DeVita. Gets it underneath. Kesty's there. His shot is blocked from behind, but he was fouled by Feldman. So Kesty will get to shoot 2 free throws. How about Greg Kesty, Dean? He's got 2 points tonight. His playing time's been limited. Anything to worry about with him?
No, I think it's all Greg. Right now he's just got to concentrate. Relax out there. He's got some of the best offensive moves I've ever seen. And right now he just, instead of just reacting, he's thinking about his moves too much. He just needs to react and play. He'll be fine. First
free throw, no good. Kesty, a guy last year who was an integral member of the Huskies, especially offensively. Third on the team, 9.3 points per game. Second in rebounding, almost 5 per contest. But his numbers this year are not all that good. Kesty averaging 3 rebounds, 5.7 points per game, averaging about 18 minutes per contest. He was a starter earlier this year, started the first game of the year, but since then has been coming off the bench. Second free throw good. He makes 1 of 2. 83-61 Huskies. 2:40 left as Bemidji comes into the front court now. With it out on top is Greer, the point guard. Now they work it into the left corner, and then a foul is called. This will be on Spann as he came over the back of Feldman on the entry pass. And that's going to be the 5th foul on LaTroy Spann, so Scoop will foul out of the ballgame with 2 points for the Huskies. His first game back, he gets a good round of applause as he slowly ambles out of the ballgame. Spann looks a little bit frustrated right now.
Well, he very rarely gets to play, and then when he gets in there, he gets himself in foul trouble. That's his biggest, problem right now. But I bet he had about 5-6 rebounds though when he was in there.
Yeah. You talk about players who go hard, and Spann definitely fills that category. But he is a little bit foul prone. Fouled player was Feldman, and his free throw is good. He's got 1 more coming. Second one, no good. Rebound is Stuart Kramer for the Huskies. Into the ballgame now for Bemidji is Neil Huntercook. He's a backup guard, and now a steal made by Greer. Loses his balance, goes to the floor, and a timeout is taken by Bemidji.
Greer fell down after making the steal. Instead of forcing a bad pass, called a timeout. Let Bemidji have a...
Pass in now for Bemidji off their timeout. Back into the game again for the Beavers is a backup forward, Artis Welch. He'll pass it in. Gets it in for Feldman. And he'll pass back out on top. Here's Greer along the top of the circle. Greer backing off as the Huskies right now in a matchup zone. Greer passes off on the left wing. Ball is deflected out of bounds. as John Evans goes battling for the loose ball, and it'll stay with Bremidji. Evans knocking that ball away from Dan Jested, a 6'4" junior who had just checked in. It looks like somebody got knocked over on the bench, on the Bremidji State bench, as those two players went diving for that loose ball, and I think one of the...
You know what it was? I think it was their water. So Howe got our water, and John Evans got their water.
All right.
Get them all.
Cloud.
Well, the moisture has been managed, and we're back underway. 2 minutes left, 83-62 Huskies as Bremidji passes in. On the left side with the basketball is Welch. Brings a pass back out to the point guard, Greer. Dribbles to his right, back to Welch. He tries an off-balance 15-footer. That was ugly, but it went. Artis Welch, off-balance from the free throw line, put it up off of 1 foot and got it to go. That's his first two. 83-64 Huskies. Here's DeVita in the front court for SCSU. Bounce pass into Kesty. Turnaround 8-footer is good. Nice shot by Kesty as he put it up and over the 6'9" Chad Feldman.
There's the post moves I remember.
85-64 St. Cloud State, and the Huskies come up with an interception. Greer's pass taken away by Bodette. Ahead on the break now to DeVita. He'll bring it out for Evans. Cross court to Bodette. Underneath, Kesty's open. Reverse layup is good. So
Kesty's starting to take over now.
Yeah, he's getting it cranked up a bit. Maybe he heard us talking about him and said, wait a second.
I hope they get John Evans a shot here.
7 for Kesty, and with 1 minute left, the Huskies lead it 87-64. Greer's in the front court. Passes to his left. Feldman way out. The big 6'9" center playing out in the perimeter now. Pass to the right, and then to Artis. It's Artis Welch. Jump shot no good. Rebound of the Huskies. Here comes Evans on the break all by himself. Makes it up and in.
There we go.
There's a foul. And Johnny Evans has got points.
Nice play by Dino. He could have took it in himself, but gave it off to John for a nice shot.
Oh, you got to love that. First 2 points in his St. Cloud State career for John Evans, the 6'3" junior, as he got that feed from DeVita, as Dean mentioned. And then he went in and hit the layup and drew the foul. So not only does he have 2, he's got a chance at 3. Foul was on Jested. Listen to the fans behind the Husky basket as they're up and on their feet, giving John Evans a little bit of an ovation here. Free throw is up and off the back iron, no good. Rebound to the side, and it's controlled by Bremidji with 35 seconds left. 89-64 Huskies.
Did you jinx him too?
I didn't say anything.
Well, you might have thought about it.
Here come the Beavers now in the front court. Welch has it on the right side, dumps it down in the corner. And back out on the right wing, Feldman. Gets it to a cutting Welch, goes down the lane, pulls up 15-foot shot, is short. Rebound to Kesty and the Huskies. 15 seconds left. DeVita's in the front court. Ahead to Evans. He'll try the 3, and it's blocked right back in his face by Welch. Evans gets it back and is called for charging. And Welch, who had blocked the shot, gives Evans a little bit of a salute as those two smile at each other. They know this one's over. Just 6 seconds left to go. Pass comes in the backcourt. And Lerone Greer will come across the timeline. Huskies will let him take the long 3. And it's off the back rim. And there goes the buzzer. So this game slowed to a crawl the last 5 or 6 minutes, but generally a good performance tonight for the Huskies. As St. Cloud State downs Bremidji State. Our final score, the Huskies 89 and the Beavers 64. And you'll hear about it and get the scoring summary after this.
Bassett is changing covers and introducing something new. So we're clearing out the old at Hoy Home Furnishings Appliance and TV. This is Bob Hoy. Come in now for big closeout savings.